Um, usually commercial real estate is just this really slow grind. Like you buy dirt, you build a box, you pray for tenants, and maybe you squeeze out a decent yield. But today, well, you sent us a private equity memo for a 4-unit retail strip center down in the Rio Grande Valley that completely flips that script.
It really does. I mean, our mission for this deep dive is to basically decode the financial mechanics in the sources you're looking at. We're looking at a really crisp institutional grade play that turns a $3.5 million capital injection into a $5 million enterprise value right at stabilization.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Okay.
Because to figure out how they actually manufacture that value, we have to look at the ground underneath, like literally the dirt.
Right, exactly. The capital structure here is really what sets the baseline. So the total build cost is $3.5 million.
Wait, so what does that cover exactly?
Well, that covers your shell construction, the engineering, and then about $1.4 million for building out the 2 restaurant units.
But the crucial detail from the memo is the land itself. Right. Because it's valued at $1 million, but the local municipality is just contributing it at zero cost.
Zero cost, yeah. They just hand it over.
It's like sitting down to play Monopoly, and before you even roll the dice, the banker just hands you a free property.
I love that analogy. And just like Monopoly, starting with free property instantly de-risks your whole board. You secure a $1 million land grant, which gives you, immediate embedded equity.
So your investor capital is $3.5 million, but your day one project value is already $4.5 million.
Right, on day one.
Which raises the obvious question, why would a city just give away $1 million in real estate? I mean, they aren't running a charity.
Well, they're looking at the long game. The city gives up the dirt today to guarantee job creation and ultimately a permanent future tax base.
Oh, so they want the development just as much as the operator does?
Exactly. They use municipal incentives to spark that initial investment.
Okay, so free dirt is a great start, but you still have to generate yield for your investors. The memo mentions a target 14.5% cash-on-cash return. How are they driving the cash flow side of this?
Well, by playing both sides of the lease, it's basically a dual income engine.
A dual income engine?
Yeah, so first you have the traditional landlord play, which is the real estate net operating income, or NOI, from the 4 rental units.
Right, but the second stream is where it gets really aggressive.
Yeah.
The investor actually owns and operates the 2 anchor quick service restaurants, Teriyaki Madness and Wiener Schnitzel.
That's the kicker.
And I have to push back here for a second. Doesn't running 2 fast food franchises totally distract from the real estate play? Like dealing with deep fryers, shift schedules, supply chains. That sounds like a massive operational headache.
It is definitely an operational lift, sure, but financially, it's a carefully risk-adjusted strategy.
How so?
Well, by being your own anchor tenant, you control the asset's destiny. You aren't sitting around hoping a national brand signs a 10-year lease. You are the brand.
Oh, wow, I see.
Yeah, so you capture the high-margin operational yield while simultaneously paying yourself stable rent.
So they're essentially taking on the operational headache just to guarantee their own tenancy. That actually makes sense. What does that dual engine look like on the balance sheet, though?
So the 2 stores project $2.2 million in revenue, which throws off about $330,000 in EBITDA.
Okay, and that's on top of the real estate NOI.
Right. The real estate NOI nets out to about $180,000 a year.
So combined, we are looking at $510,000 in annual cash flow. That looks super solid on a monthly P&L, but from an institutional perspective, that combined cash flow fundamentally alters the exit valuation.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you really have to look at the stabilization math here. We need to split those 2 revenue streams to value them properly.
Okay, let's take the real estate NOI first.
Right, so you value that $180,000 at a 6% cap rate. That gives you $3 million in real estate value right there.
Got it. $3 million for the physical property.
Yeah.
And then for the operations side.
You value the $330,000 of restaurant EBITDA at a typical 6x multiple, and that adds another $2 million to the pot.
Which brings our total enterprise value to $5 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that is $1.5 million in immediate value creation over the initial $3.5 million cost.
And we haven't even talked about the tax strategy yet.
Oh, right, the accelerated depreciation.
Exactly. This structure allows for $600,000 in accelerated depreciation, which drives an approximate $222,000 tax impact in year 1 alone.
Wow. Year one.
Yeah, it heavily shields the profits, so it enhances the after-tax return profile for all the equity partners.
It's just a highly efficient way of stacking advantages. Like you secure the municipal land incentive, you control your anchor tenants to mitigate vacancy risk, you engineer those dual income streams, and then you shield the yields with accelerated depreciation.
It is the perfect synthesis of income, growth, and tax efficiency, and it's all built on recognizing the value of local civic goals.
Which really leaves you with this to think about. If this operator can extract a 1.4x value creation simply by leveraging local municipal incentives to build hot dog and teriyaki franchises, well, how many other overlooked mid-market cities are just giving away the ground under our feet, waiting for someone with this exact blueprint?